Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Call of Duty Black Ops 7 video. Today, a little bit of a different one. We're just playing some zombies. So, full disclosure, guys. This was actually me catching some B-roll because I was doing a video, and I don't even remember what the video was. But we actually did pretty well. So today's a hangout video. Well, previous me plays zombies because this is actually a pretty good run, or at least one of my better runs. So I thought it was worthy of kind of sharing with you guys. Now, as you'll see, I'm not very good at kind of talking endlessly, so we're just going to enjoy it for a little bit here, and forgive me if I don't make mention or if I kind of talk over kind of what's going on here. But I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. I hope you kind of like this kind of content. I apologize if you guys are interested in just gameplay. I can always post that too, but I figured a hangout is always good. So anyways, update on yours truly. If you guys have been following the channel, for the month of January, we are going to be dropping a good amount of Black Ops. Again, mainly zombies content because that's what I've been enjoying the most with this game. I'm very curious on what your guys' thoughts are of Black Ops 7. I know it's had very mixed reviews. I know myself personally, I've really enjoyed the zombies mode, obviously, but the multiplayer in spurts, and I don't know why that is. I think it's just the time to kill, the advanced movement and stuff like that, but who knows. I will say more recently the balance seems to have gotten better, but maybe that's just my monkey brain telling me get good. Not entirely sure. Also, throwing this out there, I've not only prestiged at least once, if not twice, I think maybe twice since I actually filmed this. So if you're noticing anything that seems kind of out of place, like the fact that we're using the ballistic knife or the, oh gosh, reverence camo, I think it's called. Forgive me because I usually have to remind myself of all the camos before I do any of the camo videos. I'm not good with names, okay? They're shiny things. They're shiny things. But yeah, so we're just trying to level up this one. For whatever reason, I had it in my brain that I wanted a golden ballistic knife, and I still may do that. But that's why we're doing this. We're also doing this, I should say, because if you haven't already, basically, if you are knifing headshots, you can get enough points that you can pack a punch super early on this map, which is also why I was fairly successful, minus the fact that we got good rolls on, excuse me, on the mystery box, if I'm not mistaken, later on. We'll let it go. So you can see here, I'm already trying to activate it, and then what it's going to do is it's going to tell me where the parts are, roughly in the map, and you're going to think, oh, it tells you a zone. Well, if you just run around in circles in the areas that it pinpoints, it's going to tell you pretty much exactly where the items are anyways. And I have it in my brain that I just want to get enough points here, so you can see I'm at 570. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run up to this door once I get, I think it's 750? It might be actually more than that for this door. This might be a 2K door. But I'm going to run up to the door by it.
Something did indeed rupture.
So, quick couple kills there, easy enough. We're at 1230, so it must be a 2K door again. Obviously, I'm remembering this as I've played it several weeks ago at this point, which is a little bit scary. My thing is, it's hard. So obviously, this gameplay, you could look at the video too, is over an hour. So it's hard for me to sit down it for really that much time or longer and just spew talking, but also just like have to record. Lifting the veil a little bit here, I have 2 dogs that make me go insane, and having them quiet for like that amount of time, which I won't say exactly if you're just watching the video, is kind of insane. They do not like to be quiet ever at all. It's a 2K door. No, I missed it there, but it was an expensive door. You could do the math on that. Must have been 15 because we got 485 left. But yeah, you can see here I'm running, and basically it just pinpoints it once I got close enough. And I wasn't even on the right layer or elevation, so it was really easy. And I don't think I got the first component on my first pass. Sometimes when I play this map, I'll find the first component before I even get to the pack punch at all. And I don't remember if I did that on this run through or not. But for those of you who may or may not have pack punched on Astra Malorum, basically you just drop the parts in here. Yeah, I must have gotten it already. And now you can just turn the power on. As you can see, I have both of those items. And it'll start a new sequence. So basically, if you'd already started a round, as you can see, it's literally only round 4 here. But if you had already started the rounds, it'll now start this wave. So you could do this on a dog round. I know I'm showing my age here, but the crawler rounds or whatever the heck, the ravagers, that's the word I was looking for. And as a result, it'll change them all back to regular zombies that are going to try to attack the pack-a-punch or the power generator, whatever you call this thing. They call it the harmonic oculus. So opulent of them, really. But yeah, so that's basically what I'm doing here, is just stalling, showing off my Bloodstone camo because, you know, it was in fact worth the grind. I will say, even with all the crazy camos that they're adding to the game, I still really like Bloodstone. I know, like, obviously the maximum tier mastery camos are really cool, as well as for the multiplayer, I would say Tempest is really cool, which is basically like a lightning camo. But outside of that, I would say that my favorite is the Bloodstone camo. And then, naturally, like, obviously, all of the seasonal camos that have been coming out, or the limited time camos. Showered is absolutely insane. It's very, very good. Poor man's Singularity, if you will. But more appropriately, it's just a really cool camo that you don't have to do really any grinding for, per se. And I liked it because it was a zombies challenge mode camo. So, but naturally, I should also clarify. I don't really like that they pit everyone against everyone, because you had to be like within a certain ranking to get it, which was kind of crazy. I'm not good at zombies. It was literally just rewarding people that played more zombies than you, which is a little bit unfortunate because, you know, I'm hoping like most of my viewer base, like work a 9 to 5 or go to school. Like, you have other things that you have to do on a day-to-day basis. And this is my side hustle, aka something that I do for fun, a hobby. Like, it's not, I don't know. Lift the veil further, guys. I call it a side hustle. Let's be very real. With the views that this channel gets, it's not. Like, it is a YouTube partner. It's not anything worth going crazy for or anything like that. If it actually ends up earning enough for me to buy a game to show on the channel, that's cool. Or to get a new piece of equipment every now and again, it's cool. And I'm really grateful that anyone really checks out the channel. So it's that part is a win-win. Like, making these videos is fun, for what it's worth. But yeah, so we're still really trying to max out the knife here. I guess I must have been trying to go for camo challenges. Basically just getting those knife kills to get it closer. Still to this date, sorry to break it to you, I don't have gold ballistic knife. Maybe I will. If I will, I will definitely make a video on it because that will be totally rad. But I've actually pivoted to, I forget what it's called. There you go. 300 kills with the ballistic knife at the time of this recording. But I want to say I'm working on the baton right now. No particular reason. I would say bloodstone knives would just be a flex. But I think the reality of it is, if you've played with the different melee weapons in this game, at the time of recording this, which I'm sure will change, the ballistic knife, the baton, and then the whatever the other knife, hunting knife, are the only ones available. And really, like, in zombies, the regular knife is just the best, or combat knife, whatever it's called. Default. Just because you can readily get headshots pretty easily for the extra point gain, and you can do like the charged knife attack, for whatever it's called, to deal more damage, because the ballistic knife, if you actually fire it, it does like nothing. And also, it's kind of hard to aim. Maybe it's just get good, but for me, I'd rather not deal with that, so. But looks like we're coming into our first bit of trouble here. Although we had decoys already. Yeah, you can see this is what's not great about the ballistic knife. So, like, there, I couldn't really get a headshot if I tried. And I kind of just wasted all of my time and effort. So, what's up, Ravager? Quick max ammo, so now I don't need to worry about that. And we can carry on with our lives. See what we get from the box.
I will become enraged.
Akita. There was a point in time when I was really obsessed with this gun, so I'd probably run with this for a little bit, would be my best guess. It's just a fun shotgun, and Pack Punch, it's actually pretty good. Based off of what my build is right now, I'm assuming that I will run this in the MX, whatever it is, the ripoff, or not ripoff, the Imitation Scar for a while. Both of them are pretty good weapons. And also part of the key to the surviving as long as I did in this, is doing some of the TED tasks. I will say in Astra Malorum, if you can get your hands on decoys or monkey bombs, you're really set. The other Casimir's a Gersh device, whatever you want to call it, would also be really good. Just pick your preference. You'll also see that I really like Semtex. I find that when they're in a clump, if I have to cook the grenade, I'm probably going to end up hitting myself with it. So being able to Semtex just like one of the zombies, preferably not the closest one to me, tends to be the best. And also, wow, at the time of recording this, I hadn't even gotten the Pack-a-Punch camos for Astra Malorum yet. So you can tell just how much I've been playing. And I completed some sort of challenge, I guess. Again, this was literally B-roll. I wasn't trying to go for high rounds. You'll also see some definitely suboptimal play, to be real with you, because I didn't think that I would be talking over myself. And there's the monkey bombs. I was trying to not spoil it, but they're great on this map, especially with Oscar, because really you could just run away from him. So unlike the bear, Ursa or whatever the heck it's called, I forget what the bear's typically called. You really don't have a serious threat, and if you want to kill him, sure, you can just kind of court or kite everybody to one of the traps in the map already. And as of the time of recording this, the traps are really like an overpowered way to kill him. We get the damage thrown there. I still don't know how to do any of the Easter egg stuff. I really just don't play with that. So I know I'm showing how little what's funny, right? Just a side note, since we're gonna be here for a little bit. Yeah, suboptimal play. What's funny is when you record for YouTube, you really don't get to watch other channels. So it's kind of like I do watch other channels on YouTube, full disclosure, but not a lot of Black Ops content, and really, like, when I watch Black Ops content, I'm not playing Black Ops content, and vice versa. So, just kind of funny. So I still don't know how that Easter egg works. I haven't had it spoiled for me, and I would assume that's to make the Wonder Weapon. That just kind of makes sense. But thankfully, still a mystery to me. And here you'll see really my first use of the monkey bombs, and exactly what I mean. Like, again, these big open outside areas make it super easy to kind of avoid everything, and then you just throw down a monkey bomb and it does most of the work for you. And now I know that's suboptimal for points and stuff like that, but you know, you manage it somewhat okay, and you don't need to worry about it. And there you can see me wasting a lot of salvage. Did I mention there was suboptimal play here? Yeah, I again did not realize, was not going for high rounds, was just grinding, having fun. I think I was playing towards the event at the time. So just kind of funny. And now that I'm thinking about it, this may even be before I got showered camo. Like, this may have been a part of the grind for showered camo, which is hilarious in and of itself, because if you don't know, showered camo was basically getting as many points as you could on Astra Malorum. Unironically, though, I do think that this is my preferred map, at least as of the time of this. Just because it's big, it's open. The boss zombie is not as frustrating. And I tend to play solo. I know you can play online with friends and stuff like that, but I tend to play solo. And because of that, you can really take advantage of this map and survive extra long. When I'm not playing on this, though, it's definitely Van Doren Farm. That's probably not a shock to anybody. Again, because of the big open central area. I don't really play too much of... God, it's actually escaping me right now, but the base map where Van Doren Farm comes from. I'm sure it'll come to me later, but anyways, I don't really play that much of it, obviously, with doing the name. Mainly because in the first open area that you come into, you have to repair the truck before you can actually, like, go to most of the map. And the better parts of the map, in my opinion. So, although the cabin, the snowy cabin, is really cool, and I really hope at some point they make that into a survival map, yeah, your boy does not go over there. Here you can see, yep, making a big train, taking advantage of our field upgrade. to just kind of knock them most out. Again, you'll see that this is one of my more favorite spots of the map. And again, taking advantage of the Aikido, which is a super good, I don't want to say overpowered because that's not true, but just like a very versatile weapon. Especially when it's pack-a-punched. And oh no, Oscar hit me, so I just walked away from him. So I'm sure they're both sides of the coin that people want to challenge, but also simultaneously, like I just like the traditional zombies. I almost wish, and this is, you know, crazy wish list item, but like if you could, when you were playing survival, and I know it would make it unfair, so even if it was like a not ranked version of zombies where you could just play these maps without the bosses, that'd be really cool. Like Ursa, or whatever the bear is, like kind of takes some of the fun out of Van Dorn Farm, in my opinion. Like I like it, and if you get the right setup, it's not a big deal. You can kill him really quickly. But what kind of sucks is if you're trying to do like a challenge run or for the fun of it, it's like, okay, or exit 115 especially, it's like you go in, right, and you're using a weapon. I was doing a video on the crossbow challenge where I was like, how many rounds can I make it? As soon as the bear comes out, dude, it's like game over. You know, it's like, okay, well, now I need to get a real weapon because it's just not viable. You know, and realistically, like, you want any game like this to be more of a sandbox where you can just kind of go nuts on whatever way you want. So, I don't know. That's my hot take. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I'm going to actually take a sip of my Red Bull for a second here so I can actually breathe. But as you can see, we're having a great time with Oscar here. I don't know why I decided to pick a fight with him, but it does look like we are specifically taking a fight with him. Also, kind of funny. You know what? It's probably for the event, because killing Oscar gave you extra points in the event. I don't think on my account it registered that I've killed Oscar, although literally here's my proof as I get the shiny trinket. Also funny, I don't think I like even know what the shiny trinket's for to this day. Because I'm assuming, again, Easter egg, probably. But still haven't done that. Maybe I should. Let me know, guys, if you'd like to see that. But really, right now, we're just trying to stockpile that salvage. If I know myself, it's just so we can stockpile enough to get another self-revive. Because what I tend to do, and it's funny that I'm lasting this long without a self-revive, is I, like, panic. When I don't have a self-revive and I don't have, like, that parachute, whatever you want to call it, that ripcord, basically, like, dude, I will just go down instantly. For whatever reason, I'm doing fairly well here, but, like, I need to have that, and I don't know why. I don't really even necessarily play, like, fast and loose, as you can see here. I'm not running Juggernaut yet, but I probably will go for that shortly as well. Ooh, a little bit of lag. I do not remember that. But yeah, so I don't really play fast and loose. It's just, you know, bad at the game. What can I say? Set grenade. Obviously, I don't want to run that, but I'm going to do that and pick up my monkeys again. If I can pick up my monkeys again. There we go. It is kind of funny seeing this after doing the holiday version of this map, where if you're stuck out in the cold for too long, aka not by a fire barrel, you move slowly, and how much that, like, makes an impact on you. Because for me, like, this is almost right after that, and I'm like, oh my god, you're screwed. You're lost out in the wasteland. So that was a really cool, like, limited time event. We're gonna get another TED task in Machina Australis. Machina. Deus Ex Machina. Yeah, it's kind of funny because, like, again, because I don't watch Black Ops content, there are many things that I'm sure I mispronounce or misdo that I just don't have perspective on. It's kind of silly. Another Ravager round, though. As you can see, again, my Pachinko, or my Pack-a-Punch Akita, does a good amount of work. Meteorites are kind of unfortunate, but for the most part, you can kind of outrun them anyway, so I'm not really threatened, even though I got absolutely flattened by that one. I wonder if there's something, I mean, probably that you have to do with that. Again, towards the Easter egg. There tends to be. I do know that in this room there's like a number entry thing that I accidentally have clicked into a couple times that I haven't done anything with. But that's an easy round 13 right there. Love to see that. So by some reason we have the little flying disc. Although I can assure you I did literally nothing with that. And here I am just messing around with a couple things. Update on outside of the channel as of late. Your boy actually finally watched all of Stranger Things, which is kind of crazy. I had never seen it previously, other than like just seeing clips or whatever on my social media, to going, all right, I'm watching season 1 to season 5 front to back. And I won't drop any spoilers or anything, but I really enjoyed it. And my fiance and I literally binged that over the holidays. I want to say we literally did it. I'm exaggerating when I say we did it in like a week, but it felt like we did it in a week, which is crazy. There you see the monkey bombs again coming in huge clutch. We're trying to do the 10 tasks mainly for whatever benefit they can give us. The perks are huge. Like if you can get legendary status and try to crank out the perks, it saves you so many points in the long game. And obviously we're also trying to go for salvage here, which is kind of a miracle that I'm still alive when I don't have a self-revive and I'm doing this. I do remember when I was playing this that I had to bail out a couple times, and this may be where I had to. We shall see. So second monkey bomb going. It's definitely a perfect example of you need to make sure that you don't become a victim of too good to use syndrome, where like, yes, I have monkey bombs, but if I don't use them before the next Ravager round or dog round, then you know you would replenish them anyways. So you gotta use them whenever you get the opportunity to. I'm feeling a field upgrade coming in soon. Hopefully I don't. No, I bail out there. Oh, this is a little risky business. Round the outside, Slim Shady style. You know we're not going to get the legendary, unfortunately, here, though. But we got a RCXD and it looks like some essence. Suboptimal epic reward chest. And there you go. We're getting a Ravine camo for the Akita. I still don't have gold for this either. Ironically enough. I would think that this was one that I'd get. But finally getting close to enough salvage, so you know we're going to be getting that self-revive soon. And I think here I was literally just playing around with, can I pick anything up? Which, again, kind of silly, but at the time, didn't really know what my options were in terms of items, Easter eggs, whatever. So, it's kind of funny to, like, look back at. Only needing one more salvage. I'm going to hit the box. Try my luck. And we got the Raiden 45k. I might run with it. We'll see. I only say that because I know that there are some points when like I would switch out of my assault rifle because there's no real point in me pack-a-punching it. Only because I've already got Bloodstone. So unless I'm trying to get a mastery, which on that weapon I know I'm not. Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. Unless I was trying to get a mastery, there's no point in me having it. And we got our self-revive or our ripcord back, so we love that. And again, you'll see I'm training back in the Abyssal Rim. This wide open area really does pay dividends. And I probably, sorry to ruin it, but I probably will not get any good use out of the RCXD. Even now, I don't really know how to use it properly. Well, that's a little scary. Throwing it immediately away. But yeah, I know I don't use it to its full potential anywhere at all. So. But we can clear out a good amount of the crowd there. God, I don't even remember what prestige that is, which is a little bit scary now to think about. Most recently, I actually got to 6th prestige. So that's got to be 3rd or 4th, which is wild to say out loud. I haven't prestiged this many times in a Call of Duty in many years. I know I have prestiged singularly or twice in some of the other last couple of years Call of Duty, but I think it's been probably since Black Ops 4 or World War II that I've actually gone like multiple prestiges. So, for what that's worth, and that's not only zombies but also multiplayer, for whatever that's worth, I think it shows where I think that this game stands in terms of rankings. Because, like, yes, I'm doing it because I want content, but also, like, I'm just enjoying the game. And if you guys know me, like, outside of this other channel, I haven't done a lot of first-person shooters. Not that I don't enjoy them, but just typically, I don't think it makes good content, and I just haven't. But because I've been enjoying it so much, I'm like, I know, I need an excuse to put, I need an excuse to play it. I need an excuse to record it, so on and so forth. Doing another TED task. Again, you guys kind of get the gist on this one. Again, unfortunately, your boy doesn't have a self-revive. And also doesn't have monkeys, which would make this task so much easier. And it's literally going around 15. Which is about as terrifying as you might think. And I don't know why I think it's a good idea to just hang out there. Although, thankfully, I didn't juke myself. That probably would have been the end of the run right there. If I wasn't at least somewhat paying attention. Horrifying. Oh, and we got Ravine here, too. That's legendary tier. As our boy literally sprays us. Thanks, Oscar. Really appreciated that one. Thank God we have a Juggernog. Oh, we did actually use the RCXD. It did not do anything for us. But I guess we'll take it. I guess I spoke too soon earlier. And we got Ray Gun. Although I dropped my Pack Punch weapon there. R.I.P.
That is significantly more invigorating than my
definitely a hot take, but I will say I think that the Akita is better to keep on us. I probably should have kept the submachine gun for rate of fire, but who cares? And you know we're going to immediately pack a punch this because why not, dude? The wonder weapons in this game, whether it be the Ray Gun Mark II, or sorry, the Porter's Mark II Ray Gun, my bad, or the regular Ray Gun. I haven't actually used whatever the Claw is called, or obviously the one that uses the UFO in this game. I haven't used either of those because they're buildable, but are we having second thoughts? I was like, ooh, I don't remember that. Am I actually having second thoughts on that? I guess not. Round 16, baby. And almost enough salvage to get another revive. Although I think this will be our last revive, which is kind of funny in hindsight. Although we will try the Gobblegum. Still to this day, I really haven't gotten the Gobblegum thing down. Like, there are some that are just really good, and I understand and appreciate that. But, yeah, outside of that, it's like, okay. Like, some of the other ones I just don't really use. Like, the full power one, it's like, cool, I can get a full field upgrade. But I usually don't use my field upgrade unless it's like, you know, a life or death situation. So it's really rare to just use it. I guess if I was going for a camo challenge or something, I could grind it out a little bit faster that way. We do now have enough salvage, so you'll definitely see me. There I go. I grabbed the last one. And our boy Oscar is deciding that he wants to be a menace, which is not a big surprise, really. Pass on the C4 again, as I said earlier. Big fan of Semtex. It's probably my favorite lethal. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's not even a hot take by anybody. I could definitely see the argument for frag. C4 I probably kill myself with more than I get any kills with. And weird choice, but I guess I'm grabbing Wisp Tea. Not sure why,
Do you
but
have any milk to go visit?
weird. Yeah, I don't know why I ended up grabbing Wisp Tea. I guess it's just to mix it up. Typically, I don't. I will say that probably Juggernog, Speed Cola, and Double Tap are like my go-to with like Elemental Pop as like a good follow-up. The others I don't get much out of. I've recently started to actually upgrade them. Obviously, I've been researching them, but to upgrade them. And I found, I think it was like Double Tap or whatever. It's like, or no, it might be Deadshot Daiquiri. It's like at one point you can just upgrade it. So it's like shots to the chest do more damage. And I'm like, so it's just a damage upgrade overall. Like, why have I not done this sooner? And especially if you're doing the TED tasks when you just get random perks all the time. Like, yeah, I want to upgrade all of my perks as soon as possible. It just takes so gosh darn long. Man, it is a miracle that I am still alive in this game. Again, this was me just grinding, again, I guess, for that event. For the shower camo event. So, me surviving and me doing this is like literally just, we're having a good time. Just vibing the entire time. Which is hilarious. Also, a perfect example of how this Mark II ray gun is overpowered, as I am casually getting, like, Bloodbath, Carnage, Slaughter medals. Like, and not trying to. I guess the only downside, naturally, is, like, I'm not unlocking any camos with this, so it's really just for the points. But again, for this event, it was, like, you got rewarded for straight kills, you got rewarded for disabling Oscar, and I want to say you got rewards for completing TED tasks, all of which just help you survive longer in this map. So, yeah. And here I am also, again, messing around with some of the other things, trying to see if I can make any progress on Easter egg stuff. Again, not knowing what to do or how to do before grabbing yet another TED task. You can see the theme of this video. You could also see how great the Akita is. And also how your boy is an idiot. And goes immediately outside. Well, it's a Ravager round. Literally taking risks to the wind. We're getting really low on health here. Ladies and gentlemen, 46 HP. Don't love that. Although thankfully we already got a legendary. And we are hitting round 19 with what appears to be a little bit of a bug, because we still have 2 Ravengers still alive at the end of the round. And we got another ray gun Mark II, which is hilarious. So, a little bit bummed you can't take 2 of them. Also a little bit bummed that whatchamacallit, you can't hold multiple wonder weapons at the same time. So if I had gotten a ray gun, I wouldn't have been able to take it, like a regular one. So it's kind of funny. Also, you can see here I figure out how to get the car battery. Not trying to necessarily, but just messing around with pack punch weapons. And again, the Symbol Monkey or Monkey Bomb coming in huge clutch as we grab the car battery. Still don't know what that's for, but we got it now. We got a stupid amount of kills. But our friend Oscar has decided to join us again, so we're going to quickly get out of here. Picking up another perk while we can, and we're headed back inside just to kind of put some distance on Oscar here. What's also funny is the game that I got before this, which I also was recording because I was just trying to get some B-roll. I had gotten like all the perks, so I was like, oh, I guess we'll start just collecting them all anyways. So, we're going to be running with a good amount of perks here as well. There's just something so satisfying about having all the perks across the bottom. being a old school Call of Duty Zombies player, just like anything more than 4 is like insane. So again, grabbing more gobblegum, not really getting anything good for it. We got a flavorless gobblegum. And we still have one more monkey bomb to our name. Only around 20. As we're kind of running around here, other things just to bring you up to date with the channel. Started to outline stuff for this year, which is kind of wild to think about. In years past, I really haven't like planned content per se. I tend to go with the flow. But I'm already looking at kind of like what I want to do this year. Still a lot open, so I'm not going to kind of release that much. But it's just kind of funny of how we as a channel have grown. This will be going into my 6th year on YouTube, which is an amazing milestone, and I'm very grateful that, you know, you guys decided to come hang out with me and allow us to grow to this point. But yeah, so we're likely going to be doing very similar events to what we did last year, if you followed. So spooky season is going to be slotted to go again, although a theme has not been chosen again. And I'm trying to figure out like what I want to do for next, which is crazy to say, for next Christmas season, because I didn't love going right off the heels of spooky season with another indie game specials. So we'll see how that changes for this year, or if we do something different. So just as an update to you guys. And then in terms of like real life, outside of that, your boy is set to get married this year, which is kind of crazy to say out loud. This year, like, what? So that's gonna be a crazy thing. So I'm also like, and this ties into the other point of planning content for when we're gonna be away, and trying to be good about that, because I think it's really important to be consistent with the episodes. I know in the front half of this year I'm going to definitely front load a little bit, only because I want, like, my goal is this year to do more content than I did last year. More quality content, not just put out stuff for the sake of putting stuff out. But like, it's just kind of funny, you know, going from, you know, doesn't really matter what I put out to like, no, slating for episodes, slating for things. What series do I want to start and do? Which series do I maybe want to bring back? So if you guys like some of our previous series, specifically the Do You Remember series, I have started plans, hush hush, of how I'm going to bring that back. So I'm very excited about that. Keep your eyes peeled on the channel, but that probably won't be for a little bit, because those episodes genuinely take me a very long time to record. So I will be trying to balance that out, but that will always be fun. Other life updates in general. My 9 to 5 is doing just swell. I made it through another year of reviews, which is great. They only said good things, which is great. My current role, basically, like, I've only been with now, gosh, for 7 months, but I've been with the same company for 6 years, which is crazy to think about, because when I first started there, never thought that was going to be the case. I thought it was going to be like a 2-year scenario kind of thing, and I'm going to grow and know, but no, here we are 6 years later. Look, ironically, just as long as the channel is. So if you really want like perspective on there, if you want to go to my early episodes, if I happen to be talking about my job at the time, it's the same. Well, I shouldn't say the same job. It's for the same company, which is wild. Also wild that I'm not dying here. But we completed another legendary tech task, and at round 22. Yeah, more recently in my current role, basically I'm working on this like gear system without being overly descriptive. And my God, so typically in our mechanisms we don't put gear systems in, so this is like a completely new world for me. And it's also a completely new world for me, because I know nothing about it. And my prototype, basically, like, I've got it working pretty well, but the one of the gears is like skipping on the teeth. So like when you rotate it, if you put too much torque, it will just pop out of alignment. So I guess I need to increase the diameter, but we'll find out. I won't bore you guys with like the specifics of that, but it's just like, hey, that's what I'm doing when I'm not recording these things in my second life or my past life, whatever you want to call it. I do think it's funny because usually when people say that, at least at my workplace, past life is usually like, oh, like a former job or something like that. But no, this is just it's my double life, my super spy life. But no, I just think it's interesting because again, people have totally different perspectives and things and stuff like that. But I guess the one good thing as an update for those of you that follow me, is in terms of work, I don't have to drive the robot dog anymore. So that's a pro. For those of you who may or may not know, part of my former roles was giving site tours. Like one of the slight obligations is I would show my area, my department, and I would have to operate basically a Boston Dynamics dog. They refer to them as spots, affectionately. Yeah, if you guys are familiar with them, and basically like it's a really cool thing. But when you have to do anything that many times, especially when you're basically making it perform, it's just not fun. Like, it's cool, and practicing was cool because when I would do practice, like, I would try to figure out, like, new tricks and stuff to add to the routine. But yeah, when you go to, like, actually do it, and you're on a timeline, a lot of times, because you're, like, where we were in the stage of the tours, we were usually behind schedule. So it's like, okay, let me think of ways that I can, like, cut out stuff in my routine and do less cool stuff. But, like, obviously you don't tell the people that you're giving the tour that you're, you know, speeding up or slowing down or whatever. So, just kind of funny. Because, like, again, it's just one of those things, but when you do it, and I might be exaggerating, but, like, I would run a routine, like, before I would get to change it, I'd probably run a routine, like, 20 to 30 times. And it wasn't long or anything like that. But, like, then when I would change it, it would be, like, a slight process improvement so that the routine was slightly more automated. Because, like, the whole thing is, right, like, you set them up, and you, like, you can pre-program routes into them. So I would do that, and the only times that I would have to, like, rewrite it or change it would be, oh, someone decided that they wanted to move this workbench or this thing, like, 5 feet to the left or whatever. So now I've got to, reprogram him so he knows to avoid that. Like, he has obstacle avoidance on him. I'm sorry to be ranting about this right now. But yeah, he has obstacle avoidance on him, but, like, to an extent. So, like, if he knows in his path that the desk is moved, or it doesn't know that the desk is moved 5 feet to the left, he'll try to reroute and go around it. But then, like, if the desk is too big, he'll, like, try to go for that 5 feet and then be like, you know, off course or whatever, reset or restart. Something went wrong. So, oh, the joys of robot operation. But we are past that. That is my literal, not literal, but my past life. Now instead I am making gear systems. You can tell me if it's been an upgrade, but I do enjoy it. So, hey. As you can see here, we're actually doing pretty well. We got our self-revive back. I know that was a little bit ago, but just kind of recapping where we're standing. And obviously making as much advantage as we can of the ray gun. Really, DPS is our biggest thing here. Like, yes, we have all the different pack-a-punches and stuff. Or not pack-a-punches, perks. All the different perks, that's the word. But our biggest thing is just managing to get a high enough DPS that we stay alive. And you'll see with our insta-kill, the Wisp-T actually doing some work. So, love to see that. We're entering round 26. Unfortunately, nothing going on with that. Again, you'll see me messing around here a little bit, trying to figure out if there's anything I could do in terms of Easter egg stuff. So maybe there is, again, I don't know. So, hopefully it won't have that spoiled for me, but just kind of funny. As I'm, like, trying to set the rocket into orbit. I will also say now, I don't know if I do. I don't think that I do at any point in this run. But if I do pause it, at some point I'll just cut around that. So if you see any abrupt jumps or cuts or whatever, that's why. It's because I paused it. Nothing too crazy. I know this isn't like a world record speed run of highest round or anything like that. It's just my personal best, so. But I think it's cool to share things like that with you guys because who knows? I could be playing on this map tomorrow, get a new PB, and it's something else to share with you. Because I know I'm not the best zombies player. But cool little drop there. But it's just the reality. And I think that's also the other thing is, like, I remember when I was a little bit younger, when some of the other Call of Duties were coming out, and I was watching content on them as they came out. I would, like, have some channels that I follow just because I like them, and they would play zombies, but it would always be, like, informative stuff, or when it was informative stuff that, like, they weren't good enough to do. They never just did, like, high round stuff. Or rather, high rounds of, like, what their highest rounds were. Like, I would love to know, just whatever the channels I were watching, what their, like, natural highest was. And I would hate for them to be, like, putting out content. I won't throw them under the bus, but I do remember that one of the channels that I previously followed, it was like, oh, they were later found out that the highest round that they got was modded. And it's like, okay, but I'd much rather just see their highest round be like, I don't know, round 30 or 40 or 50 than I got to round 100 insanity. It's okay, guys. Like, especially if you're playing by yourself and you don't play a lot, if you get a quote-unquote highest round, like even right now, round 27, I would consider it to be pretty good personally. And I think it's important to just be real. So this is good. This is my highest. I know I've said that, but just like, and that's okay. Like, we don't need. I did not. Big shocker with how long this video is, but I did not hit round 100, and it's okay. Now, for shade other content creators, if you can actually get to round 100, that's super rad. But like, just be real. Just a good hang. You're just here for the vibes, you know. I will say, just back on topic of like what's going on in the videos, the TED tasks, higher or lower elevation kills, frickin' suck. I hate these challenges, and you'll see I'm kind of beating it by using the monkey bomb again. You'll see it's super overpowered. But I'm really only getting by because I have the monkey bomb there, which is kind of disappointing. And it tends to me that monkey bombs or decoys or cashmeres are really the only way that I pass this. You can see, like, I'm lining it up so I can use the ray gun and get my legendary status there to, like, push it over the line. But if you don't have any of these things that you get those challenges, they're just, like, a pain to do. And survey says, another epic upgrade, which you can't really use, and a near-death experience. Funny enough, we also get depth perception. I don't really understand this perk. If you guys know of like an actual reason to run it, we'd love to know in the comment section. But like seeing zombies through walls, yeah, okay. Like it's there because I guess it has to be there. There has to be a less great perk, but like all the other ones just seem pretty good. Like being able to reload faster seems like a no-brainer. You know, like why do I want to see them through the walls? I don't know. Let me know. Let me know. We're hanging. We're vibing. We're having a conversation. I will also say, guys, by the way, I know I ask for comments all the time. Like, again, this is a small YouTube channel. And I don't know if I need to say that because it's pretty obvious. But, like, if you guys just want to hang out and message me or whatever, like, totally for it. Like, at the end of the day, we're just here for the vibes. We're here for a good time. You know, I'm not this behemoth. And also, similarly, if you are a YouTuber yourself, I don't necessarily care scale. But if you, like, make what is the best content that you can, and you think that you would want to collaborate, I'm also down for that. I'd love to collaborate with other people, other YouTube channels. And really, I haven't done that on the channel in so long, and I think that that is something that, again, look behind the veil, I will be trying to do for this year. So, throwing it out there. Hopefully, 2026, the year of, not necessarily the year of collaborations, but hopefully to get more collaborations on the channel, because it's been too long. And I don't necessarily have a preference of what those collaborations are, but obviously if you watch the channel and know what I'm kind of into, I'm all over the map, especially with retro content or indie content. So we shall see. We shall see. Round 28, also super sick. Again, not to toot my own horn, but very happy with this. And again, if this is the size you've gotten, that's also very impressive. Don't know what I was thinking here. Very close near-death experiences. There's several of them. But you can see we are training the zombies again in this outdoor area, which tends to be my strategy, if that wasn't already obvious. I'm sure there's probably better ones, but buying another monkey, almost dying while I buy said monkey. Great strategy. I do see the max ammo there. Don't think I don't.
Max ammo.
Managed to get a ton of kills. That's a massacre. Absolutely insane. And the scavenger's really popping. Which, by the way, if you're running wonder weapons especially into what I would consider to be higher rounds, basically 20 plus, scavenger really pays dividends because you're also picking up ammo. Like, I know that's pretty self-explanatory, but also picking up ammo is a huge dividend to keep these guns like viable. Where's the last guy? You know there's just one dude just hanging out. Just chilling. I hear him. There he is. Not me just running into a corner. Also, what's funny is I'm realizing I haven't gotten meal kick yet. Not that I need it, but I actually take it back my former comment. I think Mule Kick is probably my least favorite perk. Mainly because I tend to fumble the bag when I'm switching weapons. Not that it's a bad perk anyways. So I would take, not hot take, but also hot take. I'd probably take Death Perception over Mule Kick any day. Or at least until I, quote-unquote, get good. Oh, Oscar sees us. But we got a massive train going on there. At least enough that I know that literally one monkey bomb is not going to do the damage. Oh, this is dumb, but I guess the nuke doesn't really matter, especially when you're already around 29. Might as well just make it around 30. But there's only got a big couple left. Nope, they're still spawning. Joke's on me, we're actually high enough level that they still spawn, even after a nuke. You'll notice, I don't know necessarily that in this gameplay, but you'll notice if I get a nuke too early on, I'll tend not to use it because I've always like played on the side of like you want points to survive longer. So like when I get a nuke, if I'm not trapped, like I feel like I'm just playing myself by doing that. Also, third level pack punch, we love that. But yeah, I feel like I just play myself by getting the nuke because it cheaps me out on points, which I can then use to get better upgrades and therefore survive longer. So. Round 30, baby.
Complacent. That's usually when bad things happen.
And we're gonna pick up a monkey. Again, we're at the point now where we can't continue to buy out whatchamacallit. Oh, we killed Oscar again. We're at the point now where we can't continue to buy self-revive, so we might as well spend our salvage on something. And I'm not really big on ammo mods. I do know that they are objectively good, but I don't know. They also tend, for me anyways, to be like more stim in terms of what's going on the screen. So, and this is another instance of don't use it, lose it. So, although I spent my salvage on monkey bombs, might as well use it. We both know that's not going to kill all of them. Yep, not my brightest play. the max ammo just popped. There we go.
Max ammo.
Oh man, I will say level 3 back punch. It does look quite good. And we unlocked the Venom Crown and the Akita, which again kind of tells you what prestige we are. I don't know off the top of my head, but it's like 3rd or 4th in this video, which is funny. You know, for darn sure we're not going for that exo. And really at this point I'm curious what perks I'm missing, because I think I pretty much have a full suite. Oh, PhD Flopper we definitely don't have. So no, we don't have a full suite. And we do have Sleight of Hand, we do have Marathon. Or Stamina, technically, sorry. So yeah, we got most of them. And apparently we also don't have a will to live, because I'm just literally backing myself into a corner.
Semtex out.
Man, those Semtex are really paying dividends for us this run. Oh man, that's a little bit of a tight squeeze. Thank you. A little bit more damage. Oh, and we even used the trap. Now we're using our noggin. Yeah, it's kind of funny because like at this point, like sure I have 6,000 points, but like I've got enough to refill ammo. I literally have Scavenger that's giving me more ammo. So in terms of like points, not really worried about it. So just foolishly being like, all right, I'm gonna use the trap. No big deal. Kind of funny to me, in hindsight.
I think I actually thought ears fly off.
And also knowing me, I'm probably hanging out here, hoping that Oscar will actually come over here so I can get that kill. Because again, for the event, I was trying to maximize the points, and that was probably the easiest way to do so. Round 32, let's go. And we do still have gobblegums. I was surprised by that. Usually at this point in the run, I'm just like pulling up flavorless gobblegum left and right. What's kind of neat too is I think in this run, like I don't really rely on gobblegums all that much. Like I use them, but I wouldn't say that any of them really did anything. Like I do know one that I really enjoy, and I don't remember what it's called because of course I don't. Is the one that allows you to keep all your perks even though you've been downed. Like, that would be really cool right about now. Alas, you know what I don't have? That. So, no biggie. But we still are letting our monkey bombs do most of the work, which is kind of required at this point. And we are going to grab another TED task. Trap kills. Not too bad. This trap is less than ideal, to be real with you, though. The Stellar Sector. But 3 traps. We love that. Although I literally get stuck in there. As I just play ring around the Rosie Pocketful Posey Astra Ashes and throw them right back into the laser. Down to 136 HP. I figured I would be lower there, to be real with you. And can we get another legendary? We're inches away. I think we can. 52 seconds. Yeah, it's easy. Just route him through one more time. We'll need to pop it one more time, but route him through one more time. That should be enough. There we go. Another legendary reward. We were really cooking with those this game. That really explains why I survived as long as I did. And there's Mule Kick. Gotta love it. Still didn't get PhD though. But we'll get most of those guys killed off with another monkey bomb. And I think I'm gonna buy another one. Yeah. So can't buy any more self revives. I still have one, but. So might as well symbol monkey. And you know, come to think of it, I wonder if they were ever really called monkey bombs, or that's just what they were referred to as. I'm not up on my Call of Duty lore. It's been years. R.I.P. And we'll put the legendary upgrade on our Akita. Might as well. The wonder weapons are already considered legendary anyways, so not that that would be going to use or going to any use there either. And like a fool, I have no armor on right now. And I get down to 49 HP. Love that. Did I mention that there would be plenty of suboptimal plays here? Because that's one of them.
Let me regroup and
I haven't really been paying attention to like what one zombie hit does in terms of damage, but I would probably venture a guess that 49 damage is not crazy. Yeah, we're down to 277 out of 3, still 30. So I was 2 hits away.
bonus points.
As we round into round 33. And I'm literally just gonna grab more. Oh, I grab armor plates. Wow. You know, that's how you know I'm desperate. Although it is cheaper to buy them than, or sorry, to use scrap or salvage rather than actually buy them. So I guess it makes sense. But yeah, at this point, our Akita is really not, excuse me, not really doing much for us. It's really just our ray gun. But they are coming in fast and furious, my god. Getting our Massacre, getting our Carnage medal. I don't even know what the nimble one is. It's probably get so many kills without getting damaged. Although, oh, hello. Hardcore. Didn't catch how low I went there, but it was just probably within one. One hit, that is, to be specific. And yeah, at this point, we're at 18k points. Like, I don't care about points, dude. Just literally stay alive. Another nuke, probably just take it for the round. Yeah. And again, at this point, I know that my days are numbered, so which is really funny. So, take what I can get. And how many perks am I missing still? I know I'm missing PhD. Missing PhD in, well, missing none now. Elemental Pop.
PhD.
So, full suite of perks.
Is that actually a doctor's endorsement?
I don't think there is any benefit for having all the perks other than just the benefits that they each individually provide anyways. But still cool to see the whole range of them down in the bottom row. I'm also curious like how early you could probably get all the perks. Round 34 feels pretty early, but I could be wrong on that. My point management is pretty poor if that wasn't already obvious.
To experience the curse of the monkey.
And again, using that monkey bomb to our advantage. I mean, we were basically just using overpowered strategies at this point. Unsurprisingly. And you can see the freaking horde, though. Also, you can see my PlayStation 5 chugging with how many zombies are on the screen, which is very funny to me. I'm sure, obviously, if you have a proper PC, or I assume there's a PS5 Pro. I'm now questioning myself when I say that out loud. There must be. There must be. But it is funny to me that, like, a video game can make it go burr. Oh, we paused here? I will cut back. Oh, no, I won't. Thank you, pass me. Curious that I'm training out this way. As you guys saw, I don't typically go out this way. Bar when there's a TED task out here. So I guess I was really just trying to broaden my horizons. But I find that this area really is less than ideal because of the stairways kind of just getting myself trapped as they nearly do here. And Oscar, my best buddy, old Bile Randall, over here just being a pain in my rear. Oh, hello. Down to 82. We love that. I really should pick up more armor. If I can. If I can. But we're at almost 1,500 salvage, so we should be able to. Although I say that, and I'm like, also money is a joke to me, so I could just buy it. So we'll see what Past Me actually decides to do here. Good choice, good choice. Cost-effective choice, actually. They just keep coming, dude. I think we got one crawler. Is that what that is? No, he's full runner. I'm just blind. And several, actually. Taking their sweet time. But I think that's around 35. Let's go. If you made it this far, guys, by the way, I appreciate you. This is a personal thank you. Because, again, I don't do a whole lot of content that's just like this kind of hangouty, vibey stuff. Especially not commentary over stuff that I did in the past. Again, this was not me being like, oh, I'm going to do well. This was just me like, I'm going to play some zombies. So. Using our tried and true strategy here. Again, if there's really a better way to do this, I'd love to know better strategies for this map. It is funny. Obviously, a major key here is the damage from the ray gun. Being able to clear these large sections as fast as I can does definitely pay dividends. I'm not ignoring that. I would be curious if, like, objectively, the ray gun Mark II or the original ray gun would be better. Or whatever the wonder weapon is for this map. Probably the best would be my guess, but, like, I don't know. The ray gun Mark II just seems really good. And also being able to buy ammo basically anywhere seems really good. So. And as you can see, like, it generates more than enough money to offset its cost of use. So. And that's something that I do find with some of the weapons in the game that's kind of frustrating is literally if you try to use them in a higher round, you'll use all the ammo and then it's just not financially viable if you have it pack a punch twice, maybe 3 times. Big massacre medal, we love that. Other things kind of coming up in the day-to-day, just to kind of drop updates, is tomorrow I'm actually supposed to go back and do an escape room again, which is kind of wild. I haven't done one now in probably about a year. The last one that I did was like a Da Vinci-inspired one, which was kind of weird. But basically, like, the way we had done it was we were split up in 2 teams, and there were 5 of us, right? So, my fiance and her, I was brought out with my fiance and her coworkers for clarification, so I knew basically nobody there. Don't know, don't care. Always down for a good vibe if you don't already know. But I think it's gonna be the same, probably same or similar group for tomorrow. But yeah, so we got split up, so it was guys versus girls, except we were working together. And it's funny because there were like the red herrings and stuff, which were like just puzzles that you could solve that did literally nothing. And so meanwhile, there's like a very obvious red herring one. And what I find funny is the puzzle I remember was literally you had to organize things in order based off of not solar systems, God, constellations. That's what I was looking for. So what was funny was, like, at one point, ADHD kicked in, and I was literally, like, looking up at the lights in the ceiling, and they had the lights in the order of the constellations, and your boy, the ADHD, also nerd, was literally like, oh, that is the Big Dipper, because I can't, you know, do all the real constellations. The real constellations, like Sagittarius or whatever. And I was like, huh, that's kind of cool. And then there was like other corners of the room, and like each one over the corner had a different like arrangement of a couple dots, and I was like, oh, I see what's going on here. And then naturally there was a riddle, and it was like, if I do this and my star sign's that, and whatever, you know, and then it was like a 4-digit code basically, and each of the corners had like a Roman numeral. So it was like, oh, it's just 4732, easy, and we popped the lock. So if you guys haven't done escape rooms, I know I'm kind of just rambling on about them, but they're actually pretty fun. As well, as long as you have a good group of people, and as long as they like commit to the bit in terms of theming, not the players, but the actual escape room that you go to. I know I probably sound lame for doing this, but no, it's actually just fun. It's like a good way to like, especially like not take the edge off. Yeah, I'm having a cold one with the boys, but to hang out with a group of people like I didn't know anybody, and we like obviously didn't necessarily need to have like a middle ground. Like we could just talk about like the challenge that was kind of going on. So can't tell her this, but I'm actually excited for tomorrow. I'm sure it's gonna go well, even though it's after a little it's during the work week, so slightly less than ideal, but no big deal. Also, yeah, you can see I don't know what this is. Clearly I don't use scavenger enough at that point anyways to know what that did. A little bit of a shame buying more ammo, really going into a Ravager round, but staying alive seems like a good proposition to me. So, and similarly to the using the monkey, it's like, hey, just staying alive. Probably should have picked off a couple off the back of this group before the bombing went off. I did a little bit there, but more just to really get my benefit. But not too bad. We were able to at least eliminate the big majority or the vast majority of the group. And that's the last one. As we roll into round 38, baby. Which, prior to this gameplay, I want to say my highest round was 34, 35. So 38 was already a vast improvement for me. And immediately hopping back into that TED task grind. Because really, again, getting free perks and stuff really is such like a huge payoff. And this is what I was referring to earlier about kind of like taking advantage of the monkey bombs. Now I know I mentioned it with the kills from above or kills from below, but like, dude, that's insane. Because I was able to just kind of pool them all in one area and then crouch once and basically squad wipe. So. Really all I need to do is kind of pool them one more time. Crouch once more, and I should have enough to get the legendary with literally a minute still on the clock. And come to think of it, I don't even necessarily know. I don't think it's scavenger that actually gives you that healing. It might actually be an ammo mod. So elemental pop that's doing it for me. Kind of funny. Extermination's wild. And come on, legendary status. There it is. And for our labors, we get a self-revive kit. Can't use it. And another perk. Thought I already had Juggernaut, so I don't really know how that works. And I still don't know how that works, obviously. Love a good insta-kill here. Which makes the ray gun just even more insane than it already is, with a casual bloodbath right there. Oh, and extermination and a life drinker, excuse me. Get beamed, son.
I'd say your future looks bright, but that would be a lie.
Round 39. Now it is nice that we got the extra self-revive, but I'm not going to put myself down for no reason. So we'll do that, and we get an extra max ammo, right? Yeah, max ammo power-up, which is cool. Really helpful in our current situation, to be real with you. Although I probably won't make use of it, to be real. Try to deal some damage to Oscar here with a trap. Again, because we're in that event, and killing him gives us bonus points, but I don't think that I do. Although thankfully it does all kind of take the edge off in terms of a large group of zombies that we still have left. Although I almost trapped myself right there. All right, running away. We are running away. Right about now, really, my whole thing is just like, if I survive to see round 40, that would be so cool. To have a 4 leading that number, wild thoughts.
They do say that misery loves.
Also, what's wild thoughts here is that I thought the shotgun would be a good choice when I actively have the ray gun. But you can see how the damage is like drastically dropped off. Even though it's legendary status or legendary quality, it really doesn't do a whole lot in terms of paying dividends. At least not after this round, or really any rounds moving forward, which is a bit unfortunate because it kind of forces your hands. And you can see there that I'm an idiot and I dropped my monkey bomb because I bought a stun grenade. We love that. Thankfully, I actually didn't have any in my inventory, so it wasn't a total loss. Like, I could go back and pick it up again. Whereas if I had used them all and then done it, I would have had to spend 1,000 salvage to buy a new one anyways. And what's crazy to me is that there's still such a large board. Like, so crazy. After using monkey bombs, after training, after being in a dropping my monkey bomb for a stun grenade, like, what else? Although it looks like we're finally starting to wind down for this round at the very least, thankfully. And a quick headshot. Is that it? Yeah. Let's go. Round 40. At this point, even the wall buy weapons are legendary. Like, that is so cool. And our self-revive is still there, although we still have ours, so... Again, not willing to just put myself down for no good reason. We'll at least store it there until the TED task pops again.
Sending Semtex.
Looks like we got a power-up there that I didn't notice. I don't know what it is. But gonna try not to risk it for a biscuit. Although, who am I actually kidding? I'm just gonna kill all these guys and probably go and get it. Just bonus points, but definitely worth risking my life for. Who are we kidding here? And the other one looks like a max armor, which frankly right about now we could use anyways, so. Scoot the boot. Dude, they just keep coming. I'm very curious in terms of zombies, like, if I get to this round level, right? Does the difficulty in terms of the zombies' health bar and damage still continue to increase past 40? Like, where is the cap? Like, is there a point where it's just like, all right, from here on out, it's just the same round over and over, and it just moves the number? Or is it just, hey, we're just going to keep adding zombies, so if you get to round 41, it's plus 10. If it's 42, it's plus 20, plus 30, plus 40, so on and so forth. Oh, wow, I'm impressed with myself actually using a max ammo pop when it's appropriate rather than spending my money. I mean, again, it didn't really matter because at nearly 40k points, you're telling me I couldn't afford ammo? No, it's just a quality of life improvement, although free monkey bombs there. I'm proud that I actually saw it in the moment as well, and not just me seeing it after the fact, so. Scoop. And left ourselves one crawler. Oh, a couple of crawlers, actually. Get dunked on some. And we move on to 41. So we actually survived more than 40 rounds. Look at that. Crazy. Crazy to think about. We got another Gobblegum. Not for this game, but Dead Drop, whatever that is. Probably important. Don't know. And a new exfil, but you know we won't be doing that. But yeah, literally zombies being able to take a full mag or a full shot of the ray gun to the chest and not go down is wild. Don't know why I was stalling there. I guess so that I didn't get stuck on the stairs. Oh, maybe I'm building up for the trap. That would make sense. Yeah. Again, when you have to deal with this many zombies, it's just like over the top. So anything you can do to kind of quell the crowd early on makes sense. And literally 34, 35, 36. Over 40 rocket kills in the trap is kind of nuts. Nearly 50. Oh, over 50? Why? Over 60? This is something I definitely didn't realize in the moment. That's insane. 74 rocket kills. That's like just who I happened to lead into it. I mean, like 7 Semtex, okay, whatever, but getting 70 plus kills in a single trap is crazy to me. I mean, when you think about it, right? Like, if you were going for a camo challenge, you only need 100 knife kills. That one little thing on round 41 would have been enough for your... I know it's not challenges or whatever, but enough for a gold camo. Gold camo trap in one go. Not really, though. A little close for comfort, but we've got more money than God, so he who dares wins, and we'll throw another monkey bomb down. And it looks like that spot, even though it's up against the wall, actually works pretty well in terms of spreading the damage. And our Wisp T is doing work for us right now, thank goodness. Throw in the extra monkey bomb because I have the max ammo, so why not anyways. Max ammo. I swear sometimes I can actually use my brain, and that was one of them. And I think that's it for 41. Yeah, let's go. Round 42. I will say the one unfortunate thing is really any time, in my opinion, past around like 35, you can find yourself in a spot where, like, if you go down at all, that's basically game over. Because you'll pick yourself back up, at least for solo. You'll pick yourself back up, and then you don't necessarily have enough money to, like, buy yourself back to, like, where you were. And then buy another self-revive, so you can get yourself killed basically immediately. So, also note there that, like, well, it's cool that you have a Mantis Bar, and I know that I don't have any more self-revives to use. It's really not that bad of a thing to have happen, because even if I had them, doesn't mean I would be able to use them. So, just making that note for any of you who are playing along at home. It's really just the having a strategy and staying alive at this point. And again, crazy how you can use a nuke and it still isn't enough to pass the round. But I guess, what do you expect when you get 70 plus zombie kills in a single trap and it's still, like, not enough to even make a dent, really, on that round. Suboptimal plays here with the Semtex, by the way. But we'll at least get something out of the trap. Definitely not 70 again, but any little bit helps, to be real with you. Good amount with Dark Flare, though.
Sometimes even darkness casts a long shadow.
What's crazy to me is just, again, over 40k points. Not trying to, like, hoard it or anything. Literally just playing the game. 40k points. And we still have our self-revive over there. Don't think that that's lost on me. Although I have a sneaking suspicion that the TED task will come back soon. I'm 43. Might as well refill, and yeah, now we're popping just flavorless. And there it is. So we just lost our self-revive. We're going into a Ravager round. We are on our own, ladies and gentlemen. We are on our own again. I say as I almost get killed. I'm going to try not to be outside as much as possible. Oh, hi, Oscar. Didn't know you were there. Might as well use off some of our monkey bombs. And actually use our brain a little bit here for a second to quell some of the extra. So we know that's not going to take them all. And it definitely didn't take them all, Jesus. Okay, we're breaking our own rule. Outside we go. Cool. Meteorite to the face. Love that. Got the one guy on me. I'm assuming there's at least one more. Nope, that's it. Ooh, okay. Round 44. If I sound stressed, I am stressed. This is post me, and I'm still stressed. Really, all it takes now is just an idiot move, which we make plenty of them. An idiot move, and we're down for the count real quick. Although, naturally, we're going to go pick up another TED task, which will probably get us killed. But let's see what we can do. Critical kills. Well, great for you. I have explosive ammo. So I'm sure this is going to go just fine. Although, I guess it does just fine. Not great, but also not bad. Risk it for a biscuit. Love that. 121 HP, we're fine. That is not as bad as it looks. It's really just the red on the screen because all of them are enraged right now. Quick Carnage Medal also, by the way, just for style points. And a quick Bloodbath Medal because the other one wasn't enough. Oh, there we go. We got the level 3 Pack-a-Punch unlocked. On Astra Malorum, just chilling, by the way, just hanging out. Round 44, no big deal. Oh, this is bad.
I knew I was exceedingly popular, but
Thankfully, we managed to salvage ourselves there, but that's exactly what I mean. It's like literally all it takes is one idiot move there, and we would be pretty much done for. I think even if we were to revive, there's not much you can do there. 1,500 eliminations. Well, I feel like that's what we got in just this game. But no big deal. 30 seconds on the clock is a little bit scary. There's still a ways to go in terms of headshots. And the shotgun does not do anything anymore. Or does minimal, I should say. Oh, hello. Didn't need that. Oh. Okay, we're down. We are down, but we're not out, ladies and gentlemen. We are down, but we are not out. If we can get the legendary status, which we're not going to on this one, we can buy another self-revive. But really, we just need to stay alive. And we get a dog. I mean, might as well, right? Alright. Court the zombies a little bit. We're still have Juggernaut, so we're not as vulnerable. We still have a level 3 Pack-a-Punch. What's really on our to-do list? I guess kind of pick up more perks again. So it shouldn't be too bad. Hello. Stay away from me, please. Let's actually just grab a couple more here. Oh. And obviously I didn't want to spoil it for you guys, but that is actually where we got. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Again, this was my personal highest rounds, literally 2,638 kills. Kind of crazy. Over 500 headshots. Again, my personal best. But thank you so much for hanging out with me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and let me know what your highest round is on Astra Malorum. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we got time for. Again, as always, this has been your host, TheLostYeti, and I will catch you guys in the next episode.